Who is Gwenpool? Gwendolyn Poole, better known as Gwenpool, is a fictional comic book character created by Christopher Hastings, Heather Antos, and Jordan D. White, and character design by artist Chris Bacalo. The character made her first appearance on a variant cover of Deadpool's Secret Wars #2. In June 2015, her first full appearance occurred in Howard the Duck, Volume 6, #1 in November 2015, and finally her own one-shot comic titled Gwenpool Special #1 was released in December 2015. The creation of Gwenpool was initially a playful and unconventional concept. She was introduced as a mashup of Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, and Deadpool, blending the popularity of both characters. Marvel editor Jordan White reached out to writer Christopher Hastings and editor Heather Antos after seeing how many fans had cosplayed as Gwenpool despite never appearing outside the cover. They were given the task of creating a new character that could not be a variant of either Gwen Stacy or Deadpool, that way preserving film and TV rights for Marvel Studios. Originally residing in our reality, a world where superheroes and supervillains only existed within the realm of comic books, movies, and various media forms. Struggling to find work due to her incomplete high school education and isolated by the departure of her friends, Gwen turned to fiction as a means of escape from her challenging life. This escapism led her to indulge in daydreams of an idealized universe, causing her to become lethargic and indifferent, much to the disappointment of her parents. Gwenpool and her brother Teddy somehow found themselves transported to the Prime Marvel universe through mysterious circumstances. Tragically, they were separated upon arrival, each believing the other had perished during the transition. Refusing to be relegated to the background, Gwen sought to make a distinctive impression and visited Big Ronnie's custom battle spandex for a unique costume. In a humorous misunderstanding, the tailor Ronnie mistakenly thought Gwen's alias was Gwenpool. Gwenpool's initial misadventure entailed stealing a virus from the Black Cat and selling it to Hydra for a quick profit, assuming that the Avengers would handle any potential fallout. However, when she attempted to harm Howard the Duck, who had been coerced by the Black Cat to apprehend the thief, Gwen began to realize the consequences of her carefree attitude. Howard helped Gwen understand the gravity of her actions, shedding light on her disregard for the lives of the Marvel Universe's inhabitants, whom she once saw as mere fictional characters. Determined to make amends, Gwen teamed up with Howard to infiltrate a Hydra facility and eliminate the virus she had unleashed. Initially, Gwen displayed a lack of concern for lives other than her own, as well as for property damage and events that didn't have a direct impact on her. This attitude was a result of her belief that the universe she inhabited was purely fictional. Over time, Gwen's perspective transformed. She began to disapprove of her previously indifferent behavior after encountering a version of herself from a future where this disregard led to embracing villainy without reason. Gwen's actions and choices are significantly influenced by her conviction that the universe operates in a binary manner rather than in shades of complexity. This belief is rooted in her understanding that the universe is governed by narrative conventions and storytelling tropes. As a result, Gwen's outlook gradually evolved as she recognized the fallacy of her initial perspective. Powers and abilities. Medium interaction. Gwen's distinct perception of the fictional realm bestowed her with the extraordinary ability to perceive and manipulate the very artistic medium in which she exists. She possesses the remarkable capacity to see and physically engage with lettering and caption boxes, and she can even interact with and breach panel gutters. This skill empowers her to move objects across panels, thus transporting them short distances through both space and time. Gwen also has the unique capability to engage with different instances of herself across multiple panels on a single page, effectively allowing for interaction with various timelines. A notable application of this skill is muffling loud noises by seizing their onomatopoeia, thereby nullifying their intended auditory impact. Interestingly, the scope of Gwen's abilities extends beyond the confines of the page. She can venture into the enigmatic gutter space, a domain that permits her to observe pages from an external vantage point and navigate through them. By traversing into the gutter space and subsequently re-entering the comic book on a previous page, Gwen effectively gains the ability to traverse backward in time within the narrative. From this unique perspective, Gwen can discern the remaining page count within her comic book and deduce its remaining length. Additionally, Gwen wields the power to forcibly extract characters from the storyline and relocate them into the gutter space. Furthermore, she can manipulate characters, exemplified by her extraction of a villainous incarnation of Doctor Doom from his prevailing, more heroic state. It's important to note that these alterations are temporary and delicate, as they tend to revert to their original state after a brief interval. Medium awareness. Gwen's level of medium awareness remains somewhat limited. Instead of being fully aware that her exploits unfold within the pages of a comic book, she presumes this to be the case. Furthermore, Gwen believes, or at least holds the notion, that she possesses the capability to deliberately employ cliches, tropes, and customary narrative components. Out-of-universe knowledge. Drawing from her recollection of numerous adventures that delve into the personal lives of various superheroes, Gwen possesses an extensive reservoir of knowledge regarding their secret identities and concealed truths. It's worth noting that Gwen's reservoir of knowledge is inevitably constrained by the volume of comics she has consumed. For instance, her understanding of Deadpool remains rather limited, a result of her not having extensively read his comics. It's important to recognize that Gwen's knowledge is anchored to events predating her transition into the Marvel Universe. This temporal boundary renders her oblivious to more contemporary storylines and character transformations, such as Doctor Doom's pursuit of a heroic role, until she acquaints herself with them within the universe itself. Weaknesses. Editorial oversight. Gwen's abilities are constrained by the boundaries of what would be deemed permissible within the realm of editorial control. Consequently, the effects of her actions on other characters are subject to these restrictions. Wrap up. The emergence of Gwenpool as a unique and unconventional character within the Marvel Universe has been a fascinating journey. Gwenpool's evolution from a seemingly apathetic and detached observer to a character with a profound understanding of the medium in which she exists has been a captivating exploration. Her initial misadventures, marked by a carefree attitude and disregard for the consequences of her actions, were juxtaposed with her eventual realization of the complexities and lives at stake in the Marvel Universe. Gwen's transformation mirrored her growth from a one-dimensional perspective to a nuanced understanding of the narrative conventions that govern her world. Her exceptional ability to interact with the very fabric of the comic book medium, from engaging with caption boxes to traversing the gutter space, adds a layer of meta-awareness that distinguishes her from other characters. While her medium awareness may be limited, her strategic use of cliches and her reservoir of knowledge provide her with a unique advantage. However, Gwen's capabilities are not without limitations, as her actions are bounded by editorial oversight, and her knowledge is confined to events preceding her entry into the Marvel Universe. Despite these constraints, Gwen's journey remains an intriguing exploration of the intersection between character, medium, and storytelling. In the ever-expanding tapestry of Marvel's comic book universe, Gwen's presence serves as a reminder of the limitless creativity and innovation that can be achieved within the realm of fiction. As she continues to navigate her place within this dynamic landscape, Gwenpool's character stands as a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring appeal of characters that defy convention.